Amid fierce, icy winds, a car was swiftly moving through the streets of Shimla. When Vikram glanced at his phone, it was already 11:15 at night, yet he was still far from his destination. Vikram looked at Nishtha. Today, she looked very happy. Her body was swaying with the music playing in the car. Seeing this, Vikram felt very happy. He placed his hand on her hand and softly said, "Seeing you happy makes me feel very good. Let's continue like this and start a new chapter in our life." Hearing this, a smile floated across Nishtha's face. She said nothing and continued looking outside while dancing. When the car arrived outside Hotel Kushbu, it was 12 o'clock at night. The weather had become even colder. The icy winds seemed to want to pierce through Nishtha's expensive fur coat and enter her body. Nishtha quickly got out of the car and immediately held her jacket tightly. Then she entered the hotel. Vikram saw all this. He didn't like that Nishtha was leaving him like this, but after many days, he saw a smile on her face. He didn't want to spoil this moment. So he took out his small carry bag from the car and followed her inside the hotel. Vikram met Nishtha 3 years ago at a trade fair. At that trade fair, Vikram had come to raise finance with his new idea. But no one was ready to listen to his idea. Even after pitching all day without getting any positive response, he sat down exhausted. Just then, someone's sweet voice broke his concentration.
If you try to sell diamonds in a vegetable market, you'll only be disappointed.
Hearing this, Vikram lifted his head. In front of him was a beautiful girl.
Hi, my name is Nishtha. I am the CEO of Alpha Bright Venture. I liked your idea.
Hearing this, Vikram's gloomy face lit up. Nishtha continued to speak.
But sorry, I cannot invest in your business.
Nishtha had thrown Vikram down in an instant. Vikram quietly got up and moved on. At that moment, Nishtha spoke from behind.
But I can introduce you to people who would be very happy to invest money in your business.
The very next moment, both were in a meeting hall where many well-known businessmen from around the world were seated. Vikram gave his presentation once again. But what's this? Even minutes after the presentation ended, silence filled the hall. Vikram was drenched in sweat when applause broke out from the back, and then the whole hall was filled with the sound of clapping. Vikram not only received the finance, but also gained Nishtha's support. After this event, the two began meeting. In just a few days, formal meetings turned into friendship, and a few days later, friendship turned into love. Soon, both got married. As time passed, Vikram's business grew rapidly. But along with it, the love between Nishtha and Vikram faded away. Now, Vikram often yelled at Nishtha in front of the household servants. In such moments, Nishtha usually remained silent. Finally, one day, when things got out of hand, she packed her belongings and set out to leave the house. Just then, she found that Vikram had held her hand. Before Nishtha could say anything, Vikram said that we made friends, fell in love, then got married. Shouldn't we give ourselves one more last chance for all this? All right, Nisha said. So, let's go. Far away from everyone, Shimla. I have heard about a hotel there that is completely deserted. No one will be there. No phone network, no internet, and not even your boring stuff. It'll be just the two of us. And now they were both inside the hotel. But as soon as Vikram entered the hotel, he had a strange feeling as if something touched him. Something indescribable. Seeing him standing speechless at the door, Nishtha called out to him.
Why are you standing there? Come inside.
Vikram felt as if he had seen a dream, and suddenly someone shook him awake. He composed himself and quickly moved ahead. Upon reaching the reception, Vikram found that Nishtha and the receptionist were arguing with each other. Nishtha was saying that I know you have a room. I don't want to go anywhere else after coming so far. Please give me that room. Seeing her insistence, the receptionist seemed troubled. Trying to explain, she said,
But ma'am, that room is...
But Nishtha interrupted him in the middle.
So, it's nothing. I know everything about this hotel and its rooms. First of all, you cancelled our confirmed booking. On top of that, you are refusing to give the vacant room. Call your manager. I will talk to them. Is this how you treat your guests? You don't know who I am, what my identity and name are in the country. One post from me will destroy your hotel forever.
Now the receptionist had no choice. She picked up a key hanging in the corner, which looked neglected just by looking at it. The next moment, Nishtha snatched the key from his hand and headed towards the room. The receptionist was still watching her leave in a worried state. Seeing this, Vikram approached her and said with a smile, Don't worry, she will be all right. Vikram started to leave after saying this. But then the receptionist softly said, I know. Please take care of yourself. Now Vikram and Nishtha were in their room. A quiet, solitary room where even a falling leaf would make noise. The only thing breaking this silence was the sound of Nishtha's deep breaths. After a long time, both were together in a room like this. Nishtha had come fully prepared for this occasion. In the same time it took Vikram to arrive at the hotel room, she had put on a sexy gown. As soon as Vikram came, she moved forward in a very sexy manner and embraced Vikram. In just a short while, the two were immersed in each other. Amidst all this, Vikram was feeling something strange. As if some rustling presence was moving around the room, staring at him, touching him. But unaware of all this, Nishtha was just focused on loving Vikram. Suddenly, Vikram's eyes went to the ceiling and a scream escaped his mouth. A woman's shadow was hovering on the ceiling. Her bright red eyes seemed to be burning. It looked like she could jump on Vikram at any moment and swallow him. Seeing that spirit, Vikram was becoming distressed. But Nisha was calm. But there was a sly smile on her face. She gently moved away from Vikram and said,
Now that your final moments have arrived, know this. I never truly loved you.
Hearing this, the ground slipped from under Vikram's feet. But Nishtha smiled and continued speaking.
That day when I saw your presentation at the trade fair, I realized you have $1 trillion idea. I could have stolen the idea if I wanted. But look, I stole you instead. You built the company, made the money, did everything I wanted. Now everything is going to be mine. Am I not clever?
While saying this, Nishtha was slowly moving away from Vikram. On the other hand, the spirit visible on the roof was gradually coming closer to Vikram. The hunger for Vikram was clearly visible in its eyes. On one hand, Vikram was trembling badly with fear. He was like frozen. But there was not a trace of worry on Nishtha's face. She continued to speak with a smile.
You might be wondering why I brought you here. Well, my dear husband, it's very simple. I couldn't take the blame for your murder, could I? You see, I knew that any man who stays in this room of the hotel meets a painful death. Don't worry about me. Nothing happens to women. As you can see, our ghost friend is only interested in men. That's why I brought you here. And yes, getting upset with you, provoking you to shout at me in front of the servants, all that was part of my plan. Please don't take it to heart, buddy. It was all just for money.
Saying this, she turned towards the door. At that exact moment, the spirit jumped from the roof. Vikram screamed loudly. His eyes closed. Then a few moments later, when he opened his eyes, he saw that Nishtha was stuck to the wall in front of him. The spirit had grabbed Nishtha by the neck and hung her on the wall. Nishtha was struggling badly, trying to save herself and screaming.
Betrayal! This is betrayal! You kill men! How can you touch me? Let me go!
Hearing this, the spirit laughed loudly. The whole hotel shook with her laughter. The spirit turned and looked at Vikram. Before Vikram could say or do anything, the spirit took Nishtha, broke the window pane, and jumped out, fleeing toward the forest. The next morning, Vikram was sitting at the reception, surprised and troubled. Just then, the receptionist came and handed him a coffee, saying,
Your wife did good research, but she couldn't find one thing: the ghost's motive for murder. The real story is that this ghost's husband deceitfully killed her many years ago. Since then, she has been killing every deceitful husband who stays in this room. This can only be called a coincidence that every couple who came here before you, the husband turned out to be the cheater. That's why it became famous that the spirit kills husbands here. But the truth is that it only kills deceitful people.
Vikram had returned now, but he still couldn't understand what he had gained and what he had lost. If you have understood this, write to us in the comment box. If you enjoyed the story, like us and subscribe to our channel to hear more stories like this.